Welcome to the Midweek Refuel with Lupus in Color, where we strive to educate, inspire, encourage, and empower lupus thrivers all around the world. Today, I want to talk to you about knowing and adhering to your limits. Look, don't look at me like that. I know it's hard to adhere to the limits that lupus has placed on your life. I know it's hard to even sometimes know the limits that we have on our bodies and our minds and our spirits as we battle lupus day to day. But it's important for us to be mindful of what our body feels like, of what our mental state is like, of what our spirit is feeling in each day. And we have to realize how important it is to understand what's going on with our bodies and adhering to our body when it whispers so that it does not have to scream at us. And I know it's hard. I know. I do it all the time. I just went to the beach. I know how the beach gets me, but I still went. I know my body's limits, but I wanted to push those limits. And what happened, I was riddled with hives for 2.5 weeks, almost a month now. And I, kind of beat myself up. And now I'm beating myself up because I did that. Now I feel guilty. Now my body is stressed. You see the spiral that happens when we don't adhere to our limits, even though we know them. So I want you to begin to think about how can you really understand your limits, know your limits that you have in your life right now, kind of adapt to do what you would like to do, but adhere to those limits in your life. Because when we don't, then we go down those spirals. And you see, like I just said to you, I'm not immune to that. I have lupus, I know things are unpredictable, but I also know some things in my body, in my mind, in my spirit that I cannot cross those limits. I cannot allow those limits to be crossed. I know them, I understand them, and I adhere to them. I can't run a marathon. Why would I even try? I used to probably be able to run a marathon, but I'm over 50, I'm getting older, my body has changed. I'm knowing my limits. Even in life itself, I understand I'm a little older, I can't do that. I might not be able to run as much as I used to. I'm knowing my limits, even in life itself. So just as you would know the limits that your child has, or know the limits that you can push someone's buttons, you have to know your own limits. You have to know your limits and you have to adhere to them. And I know we're not perfect. We are going to really push those limits sometimes. And then we're going to learn that that was not the correct thing to do, or that it actually worked and my limit has probably been lifted a little bit higher. So just knowing your limits is a start. If you can't run, let's adapt to that limitation and begin to walk. If you can't walk, let's adapt to that limitation and begin to sit in a chair and march. And then as we begin to do these things, our limitations will change over time, because the consistency of you doing that one thing that your body can do builds up the strength for your body, for your mind, for your spirit, for your soul, for all of those things to fall into place and be like, oh, that was a limit, but look at here. I can do just a little bit more. Let me do a little bit more within the limitation growth that I have. So today's midweek refuel is about knowing your limits, adhering to those limits, growing through those limits, and creating a larger limitation height for you. Like I said, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, march in place. Everything that you do, every step that you take is going to make a difference in how your body reacts and how much more the limit can be raised for you. So know your limits, adhere to your limits, grow through your limits and help yourself. Help you help you. You know what I mean? Don't keep overdoing it knowing that it's going to send you into a flare and then getting mad at yourself and then guilting yourself and creating a worse flare. Know your limits. Adhere to those limits, adapt to those limits, and then grow to make the limit just a little bit higher for your body, for your mind, for your spirit, for your soul. So I hope that something I said here made some sense to you. And if it didn't make sense, hey, listen to it again. Maybe you'll hear something different the next time. But I so appreciate everyone always tuning into the Midweek Refuel. I'm so excited to be going into October for our Walktober event. Y'all know this is the 6th annual, I think it's the 6th annual Walktober, where we walk every single day for our health. Not for a shirt, not for a gift, not for money, but for us. And our purpose would be to help ourselves get just a little bit healthier with the movement that we put on our body. So I cannot wait to see everybody who is going to join us for Walktober this year, and look out for all of the information to how you can join. So thank you everyone for always tuning into the Midweek Refuel. Have a great day and have a great rest of the week. Bye.